China recently banned thousands of social media accounts, and some had millions of followers for showing off wealth, excessive extravagant lifestyles, and social status. And a lot of these people had millions of followers. And the reason for that is because China said it promotes toxic materialism and it promotes social discontent. People are just not happy. People are living in competition. And you could say that's crazy because a lot of these people, that was their job. That was the way they provided a living for them and their family. You could say that is who they are. And it had me thinking, a lot of times we find value and identity in what we do. For example, if I fix cars for a living, I say I'm a mechanic, and I find my sense of worth and identity knowing that I can produce this much and I am valuable to this extent. But the question is, what if that also is shaken? Just like that platform for social media. If something happened to your livelihood, would that also make you lose your identity? There's a story about Gideon. He was hiding in a wine press from his enemies. He was probably neglecting his family too because he's hiding. And what's interesting is when God came to him, he didn't bash him and say, "Look at you, you coward." No, he said, "Rise up, you mighty man of valor." Because he knew he lost his identity. During his struggle, his trial, he forgot who he is. He's not a coward, he's a mighty man of valor. When you believe who you are, you become who you are supposed to be. When we don't know who we are, we can't help but be in competition with one another, looking for constant validation from our social media platforms and friends and family, and we are constantly just unhappy because as soon as we feel like we achieved a certain standard, a certain value, we see someone else that's achieving more, and there goes our value. You gain your value by realizing and having a deep revelation that you are valuable, not because you bought the brand new car, or you just bought a brand new house, or you got married to that person. It says, as a man believes, so he becomes. Often a lot of us have made many mistakes. Maybe we've been through addictions and maybe divorces or maybe other very hard challenges in our lives. And we think that is who we are. That is what we become. That is where we're going. We must break those strongholds. We must break those mental cycles because in order for us to achieve our destiny, we must look from God's point of view, not ours, from an eternal point of view. That we are victors, we are meant for more, we are meant for greatness. We have been through a lot and we are still here. We are still alive, we are still pushing, we are still breathing. We have to remind ourselves this constantly every day. These strongholds, these mental patterns, our lack of value won't disappear in a single moment or in a single day. We have to constantly fight for it. Remind ourselves, be around people who remind us, give ourselves value from within. When you have a deep revelation of who you are, your relationships will change, your financial situation will change, your emotional health and physical health will change because you realize you are not identified by your past circumstances or what people say around you. And you will strive to keep this new mindset day in and day out. And when challenges do come your way, they are not meant to destroy your identity, but they're meant to expose your identity and show, are you really that who you believe you are? When you have a deep revelation of who you are, your relationships will change, your financial situation will change, your emotional health and physical health will change because you realize you are not identified by your past circumstances or what people say around you. And you will strive to keep this new mindset day in and day out. And when challenges do come your way, they are not meant to destroy your identity, but they're meant to expose your identity and show, are you really that who you believe you are? Often when a person is having an identity crisis, he's having a value crisis. And because of that, he constantly tries to prove his worth. And that causes them to act unpleasant, rude, selfish, egotistical, and just plain unpleasant. And that all stems from lack of identity and lack of value. So remember, it's not about how many followers you have, how much money you have in the bank, what kind of car you drive or house you live in. Your value is found from within, not externally. And God lives inside of you. And God is priceless. That makes you priceless. You live forever. And you will start manifesting these things that God gave us into our temporary realm. You will go from blessing to blessing, glory to glory. And you will have an abundant life, not just in forever eternal realm, but you will have it right now. You will be blessed and happy, and you will be successful in all that you do, as long as you believe it with all your heart and you stay consistent and committed in these works. So, if other countries started following suit and started banning mass social media influencers who flaunt extravagant wealth and status, do you think it would benefit the country, or do you think it would make it worse? Let me know what you think, and you guys don't forget who you are. Remind yourself every day. You take care. God bless.